When someone asks you, aren't you excited about all this? Because this is what will get us to really read future chapters. I answer, yes. But it's just so full of despair. If you don't bring us a little hope, then I won't have the courage to keep reading. In the Shokugeki no Soma, chapter 154. In this all, it's a mixed chapter in my book. There was a couple of things confirmed. One was the names of these central jackasses were confirmed, although technically I'm not really caring that much about them, but I think it's confirmed that they are all second year. It's confirmed also, of course, that Nene is technically the strongest second year of them all. And there have been some hints that, well, she's a complete emotionless person. Deadpan snarker, more like someone who probably just does this and just do. And this basically confirmed that that is true. The way she picks up her phone after her team, which is of Hisako and Daogi and Shoji, sees that. What does she says? We finished with the cleanup, almost like taking out the trash. I'm looking forward to the day she will be defeated, because she must be defeated. All of these shits must be defeated. I just don't know when. And no matter if they will be defeated, a lot of you are gonna complain. But I digress. Back on the subject is that on the scene where that tattoo guide, whose name is revealed to be Rentaro, he continues to brag about the fact that he is now central. He was handpicked by Asami, and thus he is an elite. An elite can crush a commoner like Takumi and, well, stuff like Soma too, wherever you feel like it. And this is actually one of the first times Soma actually says the school is full of stuck-up people. Really? Really? Now you say that? Where have you been, Soma? Almost every single rival you took on was kind of a stuck-up person. The only difference is that most of the rivals you beat actually had a change of heart. It's not only until after, well, 100 chapters or so, that the first opponent he has taken on hasn't really had a change of heart. Well, either way, this guy Rentaro just continued to brag about how much he is for a big shot and all that stuff. And here's the real big thing. Soma and Takumi actually gives him a punch, well, not a punch in the face, but a line that is so great. It basically sums up all these jerks. Takumi just says, you sound just like a puppet. Putting on so much emphasis on how you've been chosen simply screams of long standing inferiority complex. That's why you cling so dearly to being a central. And he's right. He may be, maybe he really is a Elite 10, what's that word, potential candidate. But if you think about it, he is not in the Elite 10, and we have not heard of him since now. Then again, this is how the Soma manga work. We technically do not hear of important people until the important people show themselves. Of course, Rentaro wanna have a fight, but he's taken away by the guy in muscles, who lifts him up with just one hand. And well, the strange thing is that there's a mistranslation in this manga saying that the musclehead's name is also Rentaro, but I think that's a mistranslation. So you don't have to write me what his real name is, but if you so want to, be my guest. And also the bragging girl's name is revealed to be Yanmei Mei, and the girl who looks like a Yuki Onna who shields her eyes is named Bitu Ryu. It seems to be that Mei is the one to be very quiet, while Mei's Well, no, Ryu. Wait. Mei seems to be is the loud one, and she needs to be defeated by someone, while Ryu is the quiet one. The muscle had no idea. As the judges praise the two duo for being strong, the final match of the Shokugeki is moving in, and it's none other than Alice and Kurokiba who shows themselves. Why is that a surprise? Well, we have been guessing a lot of time would they be joining Central, and it turned out, you know, that Chekhov gunman scene when basically Alice took over a seminar just so she could get their equipment in a Shogeki. Quite a cruel way, if you ask me, but at the same time funny. Well, because it's Alice. It turns out they have a seminar, and now they're gonna cook. And even though she didn't really plan on becoming a captain of that seminar, she decided to go with it. I mean, I can't really say I dislike Alice. Alice is sometimes a little bit more open-minded than Erina. She's still a little bit stuck up, but at the same time, I can't deny that she's very adorable when how she is so childish all the time. But I still don't really understand how Kurokiba and her can get along so well. Well, I saw the flashback, okay? They seem to be a long-standing rivalry that eventually became respect. But given how Kurokiba is, I mean, in a way, I actually suspected he didn't even like women. And when I'm saying that, he has misogynic personality. But yeah, I'll say Kurokiba and Alice relationship is one of the weirdest in this manga. But digress. So she decided to go with it, but she is not the one who is gonna cook. No, Kurokiba is. Because there have been some hints that he is the strongest chef than her, and not to mention, he is the finalist. And so he is gonna take on Rentaro. And for the first time, Rentaro, for a second there, actually seems worried. The rookie from Central, Kusunagi Rentaro, is meeting the dictator of the galley, Kurokiba Ryu. And so, Alice drops her childish face and for the first time says she refuses to do what Uncle Asami wants to do. So Rentaro takes out his knife and he vows to crush him because he needs to take his anger out on them. But Kurokiba, with his deep anger, resolves to defeat him too. And so for the first time, the most important Shougeki takes now place. All the other were further. They were tragic and utterly despair. But this is a Shougeki that can very well change the entire pace in the manga if you think about it. Let's guess now, shall we? What happens if Kurokiba loses? Well, he will either be expelled or be forced to join Central. And he's gonna dispel the seminar and join Central. Then Asami is gonna get a very powerful ally. But given how Kurokiba really is, he shouldn't be able to lose. At least not yet. Not against this asshole. But I can't help but feeling that Kurokiba is gonna get the Wolf effect here. You know, that effect when, in order for us to understand just how dangerous someone else is, another powerful opponent has to lose to that opponent. I mean, take Bleach. It's the greatest example of that. And yes, I do read Bleach, and actually one of the few who still defends it, but I do not review it, because, well, I technically do not have anything to say about it. The pacing is too slow for my taste to review. But I do review One Piece, so I guess it's a little bit better. But yeah, but still, and Soma is also from the Jump series. Then again, I will criticize some people that they still review the Bleach series while some drop the Fairy Tail. But I digress. We're not about to talk about them, or we're back to talk about Soma. Shokugeki no Soma. So yeah, this is the first Shogeki that will be very important to watch. And I really want Kurokiba to lose. Did I just say lose? I win! Win, I mean! Why do I want him to win? First of all, I do not want despair anymore. Second of all, if he wins, then at least we can get a little hope, okay? Alice joining up with Soma, that would be awesome. For the third of all, if he's gonna lose to someone, he's gonna lose to Megami again. I mean, he defeated Megami, but I sincerely believe one day Megami is gonna have a revenge match against him and defeat him this time. Moreover, Kurokiba takes his all in his cooking, his aggressive instinct cooking. This rookie Rentaro, he has defeated many chefs with their speciality, but that's about it. So yeah. But if Kurokiba loses, well, if he loses, I will admit to you, it will be very difficult for me to review next week's chapter if this Shougeki is wrapped up in just next week's chapter. I will admit to you, it will be very difficult to me to review it. But I will try and venture out all my frustration if Kurokiba loses. But I hope he wins. So give me your thoughts if you have any.